Hi, welcome back to Ogham Survival. Today I'm going to be talking about different types of long guns for hunting, through survival purposes, or for just general target shooting, however you want to do it, for having fun with a firearm. The first gun I'm going to show you is my 22 Sportsman by Remington. It is a model 341. This bolt action was made back, this particular one was made back in sometime in the 1960s. It shoots short 22, long, and long rifle 22, so it shoots all the different types of 22 rounds. 22 is a great lightweight round that you can carry a ton of it for going out hunting, target practice, or even serve for survival applications from defending yourself to just having a lot of ammo, pulling a lot downrange, and very accurately. 22s are great for doing that, but a couple things with the round. Super small, so it's not going to penetrate very well, and it has a limited distance, so if you're a crack shot with a 22 and you do a lot of shooting, you're probably looking at 100 yards at most in most environments for 22 because they can be thrown off easily from the wind. They also have other models 22, like a very good survival gun is a Ruger 1022. I have one in my collection, but I'm just showing you some of my favorites I have for right now. Then the next gun I have, it's a little bit, round's a little bigger than a 22. Well, technically not the round, but the cartridge. This is a 17 HMR by Savage. It has an AccuTrigger and it has a sweet BSA scope on it that I can change the grains to yardage on it. This gun is a great little varmint gun. The cartridge is almost twice as big as a 22 cartridge, but the bullet's like half the size. And trust me, if you don't have a very windy day, you can be shooting dimes at about 300 yards if you get it down just right. Been there, done that. Great little gun, great varmint gun for going out and getting gophers to coyote hunting, just any pest. Also, if you're looking for something a little bit different than a 22 with a little more range and a little more power, I go with a 17. Ammo's still pretty cheap, easy to come by, kind of like 22 is. And now, next I'll show you my next gun. Next gun I think is a great option to have. Anybody should have one. Is a shotgun. There are different types of shotguns. We have pump action, semi-autos. We have automatic ones. We have the double barrels, which are side by side or over under. I used to do competition shooting with shotguns, so I used to use a over under 28 gauge CZ Bob White. Great, fabulous gun. You have different gauges, so you can choose from different knockdown power. So you have like 410, 28, 20, 16, and 12. Those are your more common ones, with 16 still being a rare one to find, pretty expensive to shoot. Like kind of like 28's expensive. Two most common types are going to be 20 cal, not 20 cal, sorry. It will be 20 gauge or 12 gauge. I opted for a Remington 870. It is a 20 gauge. I have option with barrels. I currently have a 23-inch barrel on it with an option for a 28-inch barrel. Many other customs with it. A lot of people use these as home defense guns, great bird guns. They can be turned into deer guns, like I know in different parts of the country. Let's say like you're in the Midwest region and you're probably in Ohio, for example. You can only use shotguns instead of rifles because of the distance they can travel. So if you got like a slug gun or a slug barrel on the thing, you can probably touch something out to 150 yards out with a slug and with knockdown power. 20 gauge. Again, ammo is very cheap, very easy to come by for 12 and 20 gauge, and they're super easy to reload. You have different loads for many things. Then you also can choose like different types of chokes for if you want to have a tight pattern to shoot out further, or a bigger pattern to shoot closer, or for like self-defense. You can use it for duck hunting, bird hunting, turkey hunting, deer hunting, to your basic self-defense. Or one of the best things I like about them, they're excellent for door breaching. They make excellent door breachers by blowing off hinges and the door if you wanna make an entrance. And there's something about hearing a pump action go that scares the living crap out of anybody. Trust me, you don't want to be at the receiving end of hearing cha-chink after a shotgun. Then next gun I have for you guys today is a Mosin Nagant. This Mosin Nagant shoots a 7.62 by 54R round. I got this as a gift from a friend. He had a synthetic stock put on it. I ended up finding this when Gander Mountain was going on. I found this wrap, so I figured do a quick camouflage job on it. Not meant for shooting like a ton of rounds downrange. This is meant for if I need to take a pot shot I can take a shot real quick. This is my current gun. I do plan on carrying as a main gun for right now. For if, let's say, something happens, I need a gun. This is my main hunting rifle. I do have other hunting rifles, but with the iron sights, I do take it more of a challenge. So to shoot further out, it makes it much more difficult to shoot with iron sights versus a scope. Because you can sit back and with a scope, you can shoot anything all day long. It makes it easier at 50 yards to all the way out to a few hundred yards, no problem. But then why not challenge yourself with iron sights when normally the military, you got the M16 rifle, they're supposed to shoot out somewhere at around 500 yards or 500 meters. I'm not sure which one, but they're supposed to be able to shoot a target, a human silhouette at 500 meters or yards at that distance is iron sights. Now that's ridiculous. With this particular one, with the iron sights, the rear can level up. But this is a high-powered rifle. You have many different types of high-powered rifle. You also have like assault rifles, semi-auto. This is currently a bolt action. Bolt action, you're going to get the best accuracy with a bolt action. It's a single shot per round. This currently has a 5 magazine clip in it. I mean, I can fire 5 rounds downrange pretty quick. I have an option of also throwing a bipod on this, which would make it a little more accurate in the long run. Also, you have many other guns. You have military style guns like the AR-15, which comes in many different platforms. You have, you can even get a 50 cal for an AR-15 platform, or hell, an AR-10, which shoots a 30 cal round versus the standard 5.56 round. And those rounds, for me, I prefer higher caliber because I know if I want to shoot something, I want to make sure it's down and not going to get back up. The 5.56, what it does is as soon as it penetrates the body, it just pings around inside, and it sometimes won't stop an enemy. For example, let's say you got a group of people hyped up on drugs, they ain't gonna stop it. I'd rather sit back and with a high-powered gun just take them out. Yeah, I know some people prefer the semi-auto, more rounds downrange, but if you're smart about it, you can use stealth to your advantage. And if you can say you can be a better sharpshooter, then do it. Because if you can go through with, let's say there's an encampment of 25 people, and there's only a group of 4 or 5 of you, and you can tell that 3 of them are sharpshooters, have the 3 base a line of fire on one side of the camp, and you can just have them shoot a couple times in one spot, move. Shoot a couple spots, move, and draw them away. Well, let's say the other 2 or anybody else in your group can come in from the rear, raid the camp for extra supplies. Or for defending yourself, you do a shoot and move process, people aren't going to know how many of you are there. That's just my personal preference, is having a bolt action versus semi-auto. Plus, easier to maintain, easier to clean. Again, I want to thank you guys for tuning in to Occam Survival, and have a great night.